Wives, you've got to protect yourself financially. I cannot stress this enough. Dude, this freaking so infuriates me. Just got off the horn with a lady, and she's just flabbergasted. Her husband's up to no good. Let's just put it this way. He's trying to get jiggy with chicks he shouldn't be getting jiggy with outside the United States. I'll say no more on that. And it so infuriates me because it freaking pisses me off. And, I'll base all the money in his name. All in his name. Dude, I've seen this happen a million times a Sunday, and it's like, what happens when he spends down the money? Can she stop that? Well, if she doesn't have a power of attorney, no. He can spend down the money. Can she go get a court order? I suppose. What is she gonna say? She goes, hey, I gotta get a court order. How long is that gonna take? And they're gonna say, what, just because your husband's, we don't even know if he's getting jiggy with some chick. You see what I'm saying? We don't know. I mean, he is, obviously. But what can she do? What if he starts spending down the money, giving it to some chick while, like today, tomorrow, next couple days, while the court order is being processed? How do you do this? I don't know. That's why powers of attorney is so important. They're not, I don't understand how women don't know that, men too, but generally women, chicks aren't freaking going to foreign countries getting jiggy with teenage girls, if you know what I'm saying. And just personal experience. My dad, he didn't go to a foreign country getting jiggy with teenage girls, but he was very, let's put it this way, he liked the ladies, if you know what I'm saying, even though he's married to one. Not trying to bash him, but, it's just having, you leave freaking the mother of your children and the children at, it's freaking sick, just because you like to get jiggy with the ladies. Anyway, so what do you do? What if you're not even on the deed of the house? What? I mean, I get it. In divorce, you get half. I get all that. What if he spends down the money before the divorce happens? What if he's freaking getting jiggy with some chick overseas and she's like, hey, I got a couple friends. This is a $50,000 party. He's like, yeah. I mean, you've got to get a durable power of attorney and a third-party authorization. All right? I had a client. Now, this wasn't getting jiggy with the ladies. This was a guy who was just he had knee-deep in dementia. And the dementia is evil. And he was like saying basically his wife they got married before he went to Vietnam. He was a Marine infantryman in Vietnam. And they got married before. And she was with him the whole time. And he got dementia. He's thinking, my wife's trying to steal my money and give it to the pool boy. And it's just, nothing could be further from the truth. And I said, he had a big old brokerage account with serious amounts of money in long-term capital gains, unrealized gains. I said, we've got to get your name on there. We've got to put it into living trust. We've got to get a power of attorney. Anything to stop him, mostly a living trust. Anything to stop him, because she wasn't on the account. Anything to stop him from making a mistake, because every now and again the dementia set in, and he would call USAA and say, I want to sell my assets, because I was his guy. I was his wealth manager. And I said, we'll call him, freaking Tom. I said, it wasn't Tom. I said, Tom, let's talk about this, because, he had hundreds of thousands of dollars of unrealized gains. And then I'd do whatever I can to basically convince him while he was in a good place not to do that sale. And then he would call the 800 number like another day or two later on when, so basically waiting for him to get his brain back, and he would, and then he wouldn't call me back. But sometimes to get, the devil would be preaching to him, and he'd call the 800 number. And sometimes, you don't know who you're going to get on the other side of the 800 number, if he's going to freaking exercise a sale for him or not. And they don't know him. And I put on the notes on there, I said, make sure you contact me before you make a trade. But I can't, if the guy wants a trade, the guy wants a trade. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm not there, they can execute a trade, because you can say, hey, I want this executed right now. And what are they going to do? Say, I need to talk to Josh? No, it's not my money. Thankfully, that never happened. So thankfully, we were able to get him, my client, and this guy, and then his wife, who was my client as well, and from a South Carolina woman, estate planning attorney, and they were able to draw up a living trust that said, hey, the trust said explicitly that not only was she co-trustee, but that any exercise of a stock or of a trade had to go through her, so basically joint approval essentially. And that took a long time to execute because it was squirrely there for a little bit, but he did it, and thank the good Lord he did. And I tell you, this is why I'm so adamant, my clients, get your freaking powers of attorney. A durable power of attorney gives you the right to access financial affairs of your spouse or anybody, it doesn't have to be a spouse, while they're incapacitated or out of the country. All right. A general power of attorney stops at incapacity. All right. A durable power of attorney does not. It keeps going through incapacity. You got to get this stuff done. Now, does your financial institution have to accept that? No, they don't. I don't care what people say. No financial institution is obligated to accept your PDF document that says you have a durable power of attorney. So you need to get a third-party authorization as well. So my wife and my Charles Schwab account, not only do we have a durable power of attorney through our attorney who we drawn up, Allison Bird here in Georgia, Roswell, Georgia, who I've recommended to many people, and she's great. But we also have a third-party authorization. That way, Charlotte can just log into Schwab as if she and me and basically protect herself if she needed to. In this case, for me, being incapacitated, because I'm not freaking going to some foreign country and getting jiggy with teenage girls, because that's disgusting. But she has the ability now to access my money, because most of our money is in my own IRA, you see, because I did the work and she did the labor with the kids. Anyway, if you're, dude, I don't even care. If you're 25 years in a marriage and you're like, oh man, we're happy as a clam, dude, pornography, sex addiction, this stuff comes out of nowhere. The devil is knocking at the door, trying to separate you from your husband and then your assets, because the devil wants to create chaos. And the best way to create chaos is to get your husband addicted to pornography, addicted to young teenage girls in a foreign country. You got to prepare yourself, man. And I get it. We've had a good high school sweethearts. We've had a good relationship. Then there's no reason that your husband would not get a power of attorney. Again, a durable power of attorney, third-party authorization. Get a living trust if you need. You see what I'm saying? You have to talk to your attorney about that. But generally speaking, I don't think you need that. But generally speaking, we definitely need a freaking durable power of attorney. Because if not, you're SOL. What do? You get a court order. Well, what the court's going to say? So your husband's cheating on you. I'm not going to... What does that mean? Freaking... some evil crap out there, dude. Just keep it in your pants, man. Keep it in your freaking pants. Kills me, man. I freaking hate this crap. Trust me. I love the way... I'm freaking Irish Catholic. It's a day as long from my dad's side to his dad's side. They were both... let's put it this way, wandering men, drunk Irish men, might even just wandering, if that makes sense. And when I was younger, I was like, I don't know what it is. We just love the ladies, man. And I had girlfriends I cheated on all the time. Never cheated on with Charlotte, thank the good Lord. But trust me, trust me, I was never tempted to in that regard. And I'm not now. And now it's just stupid. But before we were married, I'm saying that never came to fruition. Thank the good Lord. But as a wandering man, that easily could have come. But, in high school and, before, and when I was in the Army and stuff, I had many girlfriends that said, oh, disgusting. Anyway, protect yourself, women. If you don't do it, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you. All right, God bless. We'll see you.